again, welcome to today's attempt at the Stepdle puzzle. Last time I played this, all of my starting guesses had D as the second letter. So this time, they're all going to have E as the second letter. So we'll start with a verb. Oh, gives me the E and the R. The E is green, so that actually means there was a tiny chance that I'd get it in 1. So I'm a little bit annoyed that hasn't happened, but obviously the odds were against ever getting a 1. There's no guarantee it's going to be a 2 or a 3. We might be in a hard mode trap here. Let's just try perk. It could be here. I don't really want to try a duplicated E though. Heard. Phew. Okay. I could have started with that then, couldn't I? It doesn't duplicate a letter. Right, what's a 5-letter word with E as the second letter? I suppose we just went for perk, didn't we? So let's try perky. Of course, I'm not going for just really common letters. I like to give myself a bit of a challenge. And none of the P, K or Y has turned out to be helpful this time, but you can't have everything. We do have an E and an R. So, that's not as bad as it could have been. Let's try harem, because I don't really want to try an ER or an ED ending. They're too common. So we'll try something else. And the E isn't even the penultimate letter at all. So maybe we'll try to carve our way to the right answer. Oh, we still haven't done it. Okay, so what is that 4th letter going to be? Maybe a G? Oh, it is a G, but we haven't got the right first letter. But it's got to be an L, hasn't it? It is. So that was a larger number of guesses than I would have liked, but not a complete disaster. Let's try not to replay the same situation on the 6-letter word. Ooh, that starting guess has worked a lot less well. We don't have an E at all this time. All we've found out is that there is an A. Let's try some acting. T-A and N. Was about to try walnut. That would have been a great guess, were it not for the fact that we've ruled out the L. So what are we going to do instead? Do we want to get the O or the U involved somehow? Something. We don't really have the best letters left. Ruling out the E, R, I and L early on makes things a lot more tricky. Let's just try haunts. They tend not to have words ending in S, verb forms ending in S and plurals and that sort of thing, so this isn't going to be correct, but it will give me some more information, I hope. Wow, it's given me a lot of information, and it is actually a word that ends in S. What are the odds? So the A clearly has to be 3rd. Can't believe we ruled it out of every other position. The H is going to be 2nd, isn't it? Because it's not going to be 5th. So it's going to be thanks. That pretty much had to be correct at that stage. Thanks for the information given by haunts. Right, now what's a 7-letter word with E as the second letter? I don't know. Let's just try some wheeling and dealing. Oh, again, the E is green, so there was a tiny chance I was going to get it in 1. Obviously, that was very much against the odds. We do have a D. What are we going to do with that? And we've got an I. The I is pretty restricted at all as well, because it's not going to be 1st or 2nd. It's probably not 3rd. It can't be 5th. It's not going to be last. It's probably not 6th either, unless it's an IC ending. So long story short, it's probably 4th. But let's see that prophecy come completely false. Something like that. It can't be medical. Deficit would have been a great option if the D could be 1st, but of course it can't. Something. Reditch. I mean, Redditch is a place in England, but that's got a double D, not just a single D, and obviously it's capitalised. What else? I suppose we could just put the I there, but we could have an ED ending, couldn't we? That's more likely. Let's just try something like retimed. Probably not common enough to be correct again, but it tries some common letters. Oh, and we do have the EIE pattern correct, but it's not an ED ending. So what is that last letter going to be then? Maybe an S again. I said they don't tend to have words ending in S. They might have two in a row. So we've got blank E, blank I. I couldn't think of anything with the D was third, so can I think of anything where it's fifth? Besides, that would work, and again, it does end in S, but it's not a plural. So it is a valid answer, and it is the correct answer. So we kind of got better as we went along, if you ignore the pretty lucky 4-letter word. It's a shame it didn't take me 3 more guesses, really. 6543 would have been a nice pattern, but this is better, so I'm not going to complain. We get there in 15 total guesses. Not my best, but definitely not my worst. That is Stepdle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.